We should envision briefly that you just got your most memorable check at 15 things needy individuals do that the wealthy don't. Welcome to a Lux Quiet where future very rich people come to get enlivened. Hi Neo, and welcome back to a somewhat unique video. We realize that a considerable lot of you are headed to achieving monetary achievement. So we needed to assemble a rundown of things that destitute individuals do which ensures our remarkableness. Kindly think about these while considering other factors and understand these are here to make you ponder what is happening. Also, how you might better yourself. The thing is, the point at which we do a video like this one, certain individuals will constantly disapprove. While you're in the middle of slamming us in the remarks, the genuine Luxors compose these down and check whether there's opportunity to get better in their own lives and request to make a rundown that is really important for you all. We've talked with our very own portion coaches and tycoon companions about a portion of the distinctions between poor people and the rich in their day-to-day life. As consistently, there are a lot of special cases for these standards. Not every person is in charge of those conditions. In any case, monitoring these propensities and exercises could give you a slight edge, and who knows whether you quit doing them. Perhaps you'd be nearer to that objective you've been dreaming about. Here are 15 things needy individuals do that the wealthy don't. Number 1. Destitute individuals watch a ton of television. Consider this: if you have the time to watch unscripted television, you're presumably poor. It's continuously astonishing how long needy individuals squander on useless TV. It's one of those interruptions that snatches you and doesn't give up. If you know which superstar is dating who and in the event that you're staring at the television programs consistently as the episodes come on, in the event that you have a most loved news channel, you're most likely observing an excessive amount of TV. Subsequently, why your life is how it is allowed us to make sense of superstar tattle and buzz offers no worth to your life. It just serves the superstars rich individuals mean to be on television as opposed to watching it, you could say. In any case, a luxury I'm looking is a theory of prehistoric cosmic detonation, which is a truly entertaining show, and it assists me with disengaging. That is the very issue you separate from your concerns as opposed to managing them and moving them. There are interesting events where, in the expressions of John Lennon, time you appreciate burning through isn't sat around. However considerate should sitting and slide watching a screen be something you truly appreciate doing. Before we push ahead to the second thing needy individuals, let me make sense of what we implied by having a most loved news channel. You may say that the main valid justification to stare at the television is to know about what's going on the planet. Remaining informed, the issue we're seeing with this is that television slots are constantly one-sided. To pick their own magenta, rather utilize the force of the web to get a speedy look at what the world is like today and continue on to do your own thing. Number 2. Poor individuals eat inexpensive food. Well-being is truly significant, and numerous poor people care very little about knowing what's in their food. What a genuine quality dinner ought to resemble, or scarcely have very much familiarity with nourishment. Needy individuals are shooting their cerebrums with enormous amounts of sugar and fats with no healthy benefit. They are effectively demolishing their bodies, and as active they can't perform at 100% of their potential. If you're not beneficial, all parts of your life are straightforwardly impacted. You'll endure truly, intellectually, expertly, and even sincerely. Number 3. Destitute individuals purchase garments or items that are marked down. Consider this: the main thing you ought to purchase at a bargain are stocks. While destitute individuals are hoping to ration or stretch the little that they have, the rich are centered around expanding their earnings. Simply consider it: the garments that turn out to be marked down are the ones that people who could afford to address the full cost didn't need. By purchasing garments at a bargain, you're simply ensuring that you're very closely resembling somebody who can't bear to follow through on the full cost. Number 4. Needy individuals get up later than rich individuals do in their initial years. Needy individuals are frequently lazier than the wealthy in the good old days. We realize that some of you will be irritated a great deal by the past proclamation, yet measurably reality somebody utilized their childhood to develop themselves is much more outlandish. 2. Stay poor. Further down the road, all things considered, if you get up late, try not to teach yourself squander life on unimportant exercises. At one point you'll find yourself up to this point behind what the world necessitates from you that you'll wind up hopeless. The mystery is that individuals who don't zero in on development in the good old days wind up working much harder with little achievement rate sometime down the road. Just To remain above water, we've done a whole series on motivating individuals on our channel, and practically every one of them Bill or Elon Musk, Warren Buffett and more get up right on time. Where individuals are truly into sports, the fact of the matter is, except if you're an expert competitor or a proprietor of one of the groups, there's actually not an obvious explanation for you to watch sports. It's something similar with TV. It's idealism from your ongoing reality. About it like this: you're getting yourself in a position where you as an individual know affect the result of the game. Zero effect. This conduct then stays with you. Furthermore, you turn out to be an observer in life as opposed to being a player or a proprietor. Furthermore, that is the point at which you begin reprimanding others when you personally haven't improved. Number 6. Needy individuals don't shower as frequently as rich individuals who at first we thought this was only a made-up truth. Be that as it may, it ends up being valid, and incredibly it makes sense of a great deal when you truly consider it. The vast majority of the positions today are in the help enterprises where human contact is an unquestionable necessity to have an effective trade of significant worth. Individuals who don't have great individual cleanliness will in time find success than their partners. Individuals will generally believe them less individuals need to invest less energy when their presence, and all of this has repercussions in their own life. To associate with you, what sort of accomplices will you draw in precisely? It could appear to be absurd, yet the initial step to progress ought to be an early morning shower. Number 7. Destitute individuals fault others for their hardship. What number of individuals do you have any idea that have some sort of excuse or fault different elements for not finding actual success yet? There are a few things that are beyond our control, yet the vast majority of your life is on you. Recall that you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your connections. You are responsible for your well-being. You need these to change. Take care of business. Life is not what befalls us. It's the manner by which we respond to what befalls us. When something terrible happens, the poor decide to defraud themselves while the rich investigated concentrate on it. They search to figure out what occurred, why it worked out, and how they can safeguard from it later on. While one takes on the place of weak casualty, different purposes, it is a developing point. Number 8. Needy individuals have no cash saved. One of the distinctions between needy individuals and the rich is that the previous don't prepare for what's straight away. Having cash set to the side takes into consideration development. Suppose something awful occurs, on the off chance that you have cash set to the side, the issue is tackled. What's more, you can continue your life on the off chance that you don't and the circumstance is dire. What do? You either sell a resource like your vehicle, house, and so forth. Or on the other hand, you can take a credit for the rich when the circumstance is finished. They're left similarly situated, the investment funds. While for somebody who's poor, their way of life has been decisively hit or presently has a place with the bank now. How about we take a gander at the specific inverse? An open door emerges. The individuals who have cash set to the side presently get the opportunity to extend their lives, while the other can't bear to make the most of this open door. That is the reason the rich are becoming more extravagant while the poor are getting less fortunate. Number 9. Destitute individuals use visas or take out advances for pointless things. One of the fundamental distinctions among rich and poor is the way in which they utilize credit. The standard is straightforward. Assuming you apply for a new line of credit to purchase something that doesn't create more cash than the credit, don't take it. It's just straightforward. You ought to just utilize credit, if what you'll utilize it for is a speculation. Need to apply for a line of credit for an enormous television? Try not to believe in advance should purchase that new and comparable stuff. Would rather not use visas to get the new iPhone. Don't. Except if you're flipping the incomparable stuff revenue-driven, or you're utilizing your iPhone to create a new application to develop your business. These things ought not be on your credit. Rather bring in the cash and afterwards spend it. You'll more deeply study this on number 12. Number 10. Destitute individuals will quite often have more children and prior in life reality is kids are outrageously costly. We as a whole expertise fun it is to make them, or possibly work on making them, yet individuals stall out as yet. They don't believe it's valid. Just to provide you with a feeling of viewpoint, in the event that you're living in one of the more evolved nations, bringing up a kid will cost you roughly $250,000 on the grounds that, of, an absence of instruction. That climate and different variables destitute individuals have on normal, more, kids and at a more youthful age than their rich partners. While the rich stand by 2 or 3 years until their ways of life work on to guarantee the right climate and prime circumstances for Their youngster to prosper, the poor simply precede it. When the child comes, the striving starts to make sure they can remain above water, and progress past scarcely enduring is inordinately difficult to accomplish. Number 11. Needy individuals don't do standard checks. They're specialists. We've addressed the significance of well-being before, however this is a particularly significant point for individuals. Try not to have themselves looked at consistently. Suppose by simple possibility you wind up having a troublesome sickness. Suppose disease, assuming that you do.